main entry, the octagons with the double M design to represent Merchandise Mart, the gold diamonds along the base and along the top, the green squares between the rows of windows. The building also features a series of 7 octagonal pyramids on the roof. They're just tough to see since we're right under the building. And as we clear the bridge, let's talk about new construction. Ahead of us now, covered in blue glass, this is the Salesforce Tower. The building opened in May of this year. It is 835 feet tall, primarily office space. And if you're wondering, how is there even room for a new building? The River's Edge seems quite full as is. Well, this site, up until 12 years ago, was just a big parking garage. The edge of the Chicago River, up until the 1970s, was considered industrial space, full of warehouses, parking garages, and a lot of factories. Well, as those buildings age, a decision has to be made. We either have to reinvest in the old building, keeping it up-to-date, safe, and relevant with market, or we can make the decision to tear it down. The site's value will be reevaluated, and of course, a new sale might go through, making way for new construction. In just a moment, we are going to turn. We're going to head north on the North Branch for a few minutes. So for the next few minutes of our tour together, we're going to start with 3 buildings on the left. Triangle. So we're looking at the hypotenuse of the triangle. The base is street level, and the height is opposite the river. And if you're having a tough time picking that up, careful with the sun, but look behind us on the left as we clear the bridge. So you might need to stretch or turn, do what you gotta do, and we'll see that triangle a little bit more clearly. So here we go. The angle of the roof is the hypotenuse. The base of the triangle is street level. The height is opposite the river. I know a triangle is a pretty simple shape, but I'm making a big deal because when it comes to residential design, we're so used to thinking about rectangles. 8 p.m. Make it part of your visit. Next to us, though, extending for over 2 miles, you'll see our new Riverwalk, done by Carol Ross Barney, recent Gold Award recipient with the AIA. Now, this section of Riverwalk is meant to remind us of a desert oasis. It doesn't seem like there's a lot going on, but notice how slick the surface is. Well, there's a series of dancing fountains that go off throughout the day to remind us of that surprise discovery of water. The next section of Riverwalk is my favorite. You'll see a big staircase. It's meant to remind us of a seaside cliff. But our next building will be on the right as we clear the bridge. It's topped with that white spire, and that's the LaSalle Wacker building. Done in 1930 by Hullabird and Root. I hope everyone who is checking it out is thinking Art Deco. We've got our limestone exterior and our great big setback. Our next building's much newer, blue glass from top to bottom, with all of these right angle turns and those recessed glass panels to make that line. This is 111 West Wacker Drive. That line is called a ribbon, and it's meant to follow the twists and turns of the Chicago River as it moves through the city. You'll see a white building with silver windows. That's 77 West Wacker Drive. Done in 1992 by Ricardo Bofield with DiStefano and Partners. As we clear the bridge, look just above the doorways. You'll see the pediments, these sort of smooshed triangle shapes. They make the building reminiscent of classical Greek and Roman architecture. But our next building might look a little out of place. This is 55 West Wacker Drive, done in 1968 by C.F. Murphy and Associates. It's one of the final examples of the brutalist style that we have left downtown. And that term, brutalism, it wasn't developed by architecture critics to say the style is ugly. Brutalism is actually a take on a French term, Béton brut,